how do you know that something, for example, is a peacock? It's not just the iridescent tail alone. The typically blue-green bodied pheasant, those beautiful coverts that boast colorful eye markings of blue, red, golden, and many other hues. Well, it's all those things put together that lets our mind recognize that it is something known as a peacock, including the way a peacock feels, moves, sounds, and is visualized. Now, this is branding, and it exactly brings us to the next stage of personal branding, that is being on brand. Now, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Well, I so very much do agree with this particular adage, and this is rightfully said by Jeff Bezos. In continuing our discussion with personal branding, we all have seen how do we identify our brand. But does it mean that with the identification and recognition of your own brand, right there is the culmination of your personal branding journey? Certainly not. The personal branding journey continues and evolves across various further stages. And the very next critical phase post creation and identification of your brand is sustenance of the same. Now, we all are so very enveloped by different brands in our day-to-day existence that most have become a part of our everyday way of life. Now, let's talk about one of the most successful companies on this entire planet, McDonald's. Well, but did McDonald's start out the way we see and experience it as of today? No. McDonald's had very humble beginnings. McDonald's rather started as a very small company, ultimately achieving their growth and success by focusing on who they wanted to be. And what was that? A family-friendly, kids-oriented fast food restaurant offering low-cost meals that tasted great. Now, I'm absolutely sure my compatriots would definitely agree that McDonald's introduced us to a dining option which one can safely say is precursor to the current self-service dining culture, so very prevalent and common in food courts as of today. It surreptitiously changed a dining culture where people were expected to be waited upon, served, the post-service clearance, and everything that was associated with the traditional service, thereby ushering us into a new QSR era, that is the quick service restaurant era right here in India. Zara. Now, who hasn't heard about Zara? Now, that's one of the most easily recognizable brands across the world. Now, the secret to Zara is largely driven by its ability to keep up with rapidly changing fashion trends and styles, and to add it to their collections with very little to absolutely no delay. The core idea is to re-engineer the latest trends and styles and make it available to customers within a week or at the most 2 weeks in its stores, since its launch by big labels. But the catch, however, remains is its very much affordable price tag. Putting it simply, being on brand means being consistent. Now think about it as a friend whom you haven't been able to meet in person or see in person or even virtually because of the lockdown. Now one day you catch up with this very friend and you feel that they are acting weird. They are dressed differently, their hair is new, their chat, their expressions are totally different. You were expecting them to be just them. That is, you were expecting them to be on brand. And when you don't get the expected, well, they're off brand. Now imagine a McDonald's that makes you wait for hours to receive your meal. Or how about a Zara which sells you a merchandise whose cash memo is one fit to be presented to a billionaire. Now, that in turn signifies that they have not lived up to their brand promise, and therein they have been off brand. In other words, to be on brand quite basically means that whatever you're creating is consistent with the look, feel, messaging, tone, voice, everything that you have produced till date. It's consistent with the reputation that you have created, the brand that you have built, whether consciously or otherwise. Well, that's all from me on branding, and I would definitely see you in my next video in the series of brand. And that's all from me. This is Ketan, a hotelier and a learning and development professional, signing off. Take care.